Well, I had the mute button on.
Up and started off like a shot right there. Boom.
Oh, welcome back to Get With The Programming. I am Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grumler.
Wolverine.
And that's off to a good start.
And here we go. All right.
Hey, there's a mute button. I felt like Ace Ventura when okay, those of you guys watching, welcome to the shit show that is the Get With The Programming podcast.
Wow.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Stefan, what's up? Stefan sent me a very crudely Photoshop of me in a rower throne.
Oh, dang.
Morning.
I want to see that. I haven't seen that yet.
I'll send it over to you. Renata, Alyssa, what's up? What's up, everybody? I wonder if Bruce in the court. Is Savon doing a podcast right now? That's probably what's happening.
we're doing battle with our buddy. Is that what's
happening? All right. Well,
battle?
Here's what we're talking about. We are going to do predicting the programming of the 2022 Masters or age group quarterfinals. The first year we've had quarterfinals. It's usually just been the age group online qualifier, which went from open qualifier to the games, and now it's open quarterfinals, semifinals to the game. So the floor plans were released on time. Thank you very much, CrossFit. Well done. Thank you for that.
A gold star. Great.
Gold star. It's kind of weird what we're like being thankful for now.
No, dude, it's not. Like, we should not have to be thanking them for doing that. That's like,
I was just saying it out loud. I'm like,
it sounds so dumb. And you did a great job. No, you did what you were supposed to do.
Thank you for doing what you were supposed to do. But we're going to go through the floor plans piece by piece. Hopefully you guys watching on YouTube right now. By the way, thank you for joining us. We'll get to see the screen share. What is this? Bill, thanks for the, what was this?
That was a drop-in last night.
Oh, what's up, Ting?
Very cool.
Ting Woodman. What a name.
So Ting and her husband Rod came in. They're shopping their kid around looking for colleges, and they stopped by Cal Poly because Ting and her husband both went to Cal Poly. So Cal Poly alumni, right there.
Trying to get into that slow vibe, huh?
I'm like, come on in. Oh, dude, we had a good one for him too. It was the workout that I showed you, that I sent you the picture of.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
Oh man,
it was a good one.
Speaking of good, Bill. Bubs Naturals. We're going to sit down with Sean Lake of Bubs Naturals. I believe is going to be next week or the week after.
I don't know. He said he was trying to figure out his schedule.
Yeah. What we mentioned before is like Bubs was founded on really, it's a lifestyle company. Now they happen to sell collagen protein, MCT oil powder, apple cider vinegar gummies, but they were based off of really a lifestyle of one of Sean and his friend, their buddy was Glenn Doherty, who was a Navy SEAL. His nickname was Bubs. And he lost his life in Benghazi, which, by the way, have you seen 13 Hours? Is that the movie 13 Hours?
Yeah.
Dude, holy shit. I had to take a break like halfway through. It was so intense.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
And that was the movie, right? But it's based off what really happened in Benghazi. It has real American heroes out there. And unfortunately, Glenn was one of those that lost his life there. And so there's a hero workout called Glenn, which Sean has been a part of making it. And we're going to go through the making of the Glenn hero workout with Sean Lake here in a couple weeks.
Well, I think that'll be good because we've been talking about how we want to talk about hero workouts as far as programming and when to use them and how to use them and the intent behind them and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be really fun to get a behind the scenes of how they get to be put together. We always do birthday workouts and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to see what we're going to do for that. And what the heck was that all about? Participation awards?
Oh, when we were thanking CrossFit for doing their job.
Oh,
you're right, Stacy.
Hell fucking no. We're not doing participation awards. We don't do that shit here. God dang it.
You're right. But what I'm excited about is, a lot of the process for me is really unknown. And it's sad that I get asked this question more than once, but I've had a few people reach out to me over the years and they're trying to get a workout to CrossFit on CrossFit and for a friend of theirs, which is unfortunate. And I don't know the process and I don't know who to contact when it comes to that. So I feel pretty helpless when that comes to my table and I can't help out. So but one thing I want to talk with Sean about is, look, obviously the making behind it with Glenn, but how the whole process is, and that might help some people who want to honor a friend or a family member or a loved one in that hero workout process. So keep your eyes out. We'll post when that's going to happen. I believe it'll be 2 weeks or so. We'll go on YouTube Live as well. So if you guys have questions, you want to bring anything to the table for Sean, whether it's about Glenn, whether it's about Bubs Naturals, the company, and anything like that. So please bring those. And Bill, I did something stupid the other day.
No way,
I
really?
was yeah, see that? See that, everybody? I was cooking dinner, and I was cutting up a piece of steak, getting some of the unnecessary fat off the sides. And Dylan was doing something, and I was yelling at him, and I was cutting up, and I just sliced open the end of my finger. And the only reason why I tell that story is because it just epiphanied to me that I have this thing from Element 26 called rip repair. And rip repair is what you put on your hands when you rip the shit out of them doing pull-ups or some type of high volume movements. I ripped my hand doing snatches the other day. Don't ask me why. But I was like, you know what I could use? Rip repair on this wound on my finger. And it's amazing. So if you guys go to element26.co, yeah, dude, it's awesome.
Dang, that's awesome. It's like
any cut. It doesn't have to be like pull-ups. Like if you it's just
it's soft super glue.
Dude,
it's just like super glue, but the bad thing about super glue is it would get hard.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't get hard. It stays pliable. It's so good.
And it stays like that stays on your hand for days. It's pretty awesome stuff. So
that is cool.
If you guys got all the gear, then do something for yourself. Quarterfinals are coming up for Masters. We're planning on hanging a pull-up bar longer than we normally do, and you may get some rips. So go to element26.co, get some of that rip repair. Use the code GET15 for 15% off. And we've been saying it. It's been a thing over the last 2 quarterfinals, but you got to have proof of that performance, as well as, man, I will get my bionic mobility assessment
right
after the quarterfinals.
So here, well, yeah, you can't go bionic now. I mean, you can get it, but it's not necessarily going to help you right now. But if you saw the floor plans, it shows you where you need to put your camera. So get the waterproof app so you can set up your camera. 1, preferably 2, just in case one dies out on you. But if you want to improve your movement, not just get a good video setup for your workout, improve your movement by going bionic. That's that AI technology. It's crazy. I'm seeing some like good athletes that are showing that they're using it, and they are having a lot of improved movement. So I'll tell you what, man, like you can only work out so hard. If you move like shit, you're going to hit a wall. You're going to hit the ceiling. So move better and you will be better. And then, you take all 3 of those, roll them all up, get your Bubs, get your Element 26, your waterproof app, and you are good to go. Solid.
The CrossFit trifecta.
Yep.
What is it? The Triple Crown.
Triple Crown.
All right, so today we have the floor plans for the Masters quarterfinals, and what we're going to do is we're going to predict the programming. We've already had 2 weeks so far. We had the individuals go, we had the teams go. They were different tests with some similar stimuluses, and Boss had said that. He's like, the events will be different, but the stimulus will be very similar. And I think that was somewhat prevalent when you looked at indie and team. Now that's a huge difference, right? One person versus a group of 4. I think in this setting, it'll be a little bit easier to maybe match those stimuluses up.
Yeah. I will say this. I think that, well, I hit you right up when you sent me the text of saying like, hey, we got floor plans. And I looked at them. I had more fun designing these events based on the floor plans. Like I like them better already than the individual.
Oh,
which is weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because they came out easier or maybe there wasn't that much stuff in them. And so it gave me more latitude of ideas or whatever. I don't really know, but I had more fun designing these than I did with even the individual ones. So
I agree. And I think you're right, because sometimes when they put too much in there, you're like, okay, well, I'm kind of stuck in the confines of the equipment that's given to me. But you're right. They're pretty bare boned isn't the right term, but they're pretty open to a lot of different artistic programming interpretation, which I'm pretty excited about. So let's see, let's pull these up. Before we get into these, we usually talk about, when we analyze the programming, or assess things like that. You guys let us know if you can actually see this time in case it doesn't pop up. But we always talk about the purpose of the competition, right? So how we analyze the open programming is all predicated on what the purpose of the open is. We may not like certain events or the way it was fully put together, but its purpose was qualify the top 10% to quarterfinals. Quarterfinals job is to qualify a certain percentage of people, whether it's, it's 30 per semifinal collectively to the semifinals. The purpose of the semifinals is to get people to the CrossFit Games. The purpose of the CrossFit Games is to find the fittest man, woman, and team on earth. So with that being said, I feel like that purpose also kind of dictates or directs our programming eye when assembling these events. I don't know if you look at it the same way. It's like I'll program certain weights because I'm like, okay, well, this isn't an appropriate weight yet to get
well,
people.
and that's what's strange. Like the Masters division, the age group division, has never had a semifinal event. So
Right.
I'm a little nervous to see what the semis will look like, because when we had the quarterfinal for the first time, we saw what kind of a shit show that was with all the GHDs and all the pistols and everything that came out. Like it was
Yes.
an odd mix, and so I think my guess would be that there are going to be some movements and some weights here. And then honestly, I think the semifinals is not going to be like, okay, we can ramp it up again,
Mhm.
but do we have the right 30 people here? So I
Okay.
think it'll be a chance for the semifinals will be, all right, we have the videos we saw out of the thousands that are making it, or depending on what numbers we have in each of the age groups, did we get the right 30 here? So now we get to basically test them in live action, so we have real eyes on them rather than like making a big change. So I still think that like there will be, and I went back and forth, there were some that I have like two versions of a particular workout because of, I think we need to have some weight here, or I think we need to have a particular movement here.
Mhm.
And then when we get them in live competition, okay, can they really do ring muscle ups the right way, or are they just going off the camera angle that they're having?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. I'm really curious to see what's going to look like.
Wait, so from this quarterfinals, which used to be the age group online qualifier,
I mean, shit, they went straight to the games from here.
right? They went straight to the games from here, and last year they took the top 20
Yep.
in every age division to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
This year, they're taking the top 30 in every age division to the semifinals, where at the semifinals, they're going to take the top 10. So there's
Yep.
a pretty big cut down. So I actually just
Cut
clicked
down.
over to Savan's podcast show, which is currently going on right now. And I'm talking
Fuck
shit.
those guys.
I was like, I'm going to write, quit stealing all
It's our time slot.
our
It's our time slot, bitch.
all our live viewers. So, when we're cutting down to 30 to 10, do you think this should be, we're going to go qualify the 30 and then a new competition to the games? Or do you see the semifinals for Masters almost being a continuation of what's going to transpire over the weekend?
I think it'll be a continuation. I think it'll be like, okay, did they really get the movement? I don't think it's going to be the exact same setup or something like that. There will be some pieces that are not in here, I think will be tested. But I do feel that it's not going to be a different test. It will be a, let's see if they can really do it test. We already know that, like, to really get your right people to the games, you have to have a live competition to get them there. All the years that we've done it in the past, where you go from an online competition to the actual games, and then you get to the games, and it's like, I mean, in the Masters, it happened all the time. We would see people that would be up in the top, whatever, the top 10 in the online qualifier, and they get to games, and they're in the bottom 3 every single time. So, get them out of their home gym, out of the special bar they have, out of their favorite judge, out of their favorite bouncy set of plates, out of their whatever, and get them to a real floor where they actually have to compete and say, okay, now we have the 30. Do we have the right ones to go? I mean, it's a big cut to 10, but I mean, it is what it is. I think that they, for the most part, this is the Masters now get their live regionals before they go to the game. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Live quote
unquote.
Air quote.
Air quotes.
All right. So with that foundation laid out, let's go through the floor plans that we got. So if you guys can look on your screen on YouTube, if not, just I'll do my best way to describe this is that we have a pull-up rig, pull-up bar. 8 feet away is your starting line, where the athlete's starting position is behind that 8-foot line that's away from the rig. But next to that line is one dumbbell. And that's all we have, a pull-up bar, a single dumbbell, and an 8-foot space between the starting line and the pull-up rig. So, Bill, let your imagination run wild, sir. What do we got?
What I had on this was a blaster. I want 21, 15, 9 chest to bar pull-ups and single dumbbell snatches.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 21-21 or 21-42?
I'm just going to go 21-21.
Okay.
This is the first time we've had, at least in the Masters division, we've had this weight. And I want it to be able to
Are you calling this being the heavyweight?
No, not at all.
Regular dumbbell.
I mean, like every other one that they've done a 50. They haven't gone a heavy dumbbell. So,
yeah.
21, 59
on the table.
What's that?
The heavy one's on the table. It's part of the equipment list.
No, that's what I mean. For this one.
Got it.
This is the heavy dumbbell. This is the 70 and the 50.
I'll shut it now.
The 70 and the 50. Yeah. So you run to the pull-up rig. Okay. You do 21 chest to bar pull-ups. You come back to the dumbbell. You have 21 dumbbell snatches. Alternate. So yes, I know it's off, but it'll be 21 reps. Go back to the pull-up bar. 15. Come back. 15 snatches. Go back to the pull-up bar. 9 chest to bar. Come back. 9 snatches.
That's gross.
5-minute time cap.
That's gross. I think this was a qualifier for an event here in Texas. They had a 21-15-9, but I think it was dumbbell power cleans instead of the snatches like that you have.
Okay.
Which when you make it, this is kind of one of those things where people look at Fran and like, oh, make it heavier, it'll be harder. I'm like, no. Right. So if you make it the 70, people are just going to slow down or maybe break on the pull-ups, knowing that they're going to have to put their focus on the heavier weight. But now that it's the 15-35 that you have programmed, this is that burner, as you said, where if you want to win, you want to make the top 30, there is only one choice.
Yeah. You got to do the whole thing's unbroken.
I like
the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. So I had a hard time with this one because I wasn't sure if they're going to do that weird curveball. We didn't label it, but it's going to happen kind of thing.
Pistols in the middle.
Yeah, there's a bench that is unlabeled in the middle. So what I have 30, 20, 10 toes to bar, alternating dumbbell snatch with the 70 and 50, and overhead dumbbell walking lunge steps. 10 in each direction.
Oh, that's so stupid setup. Yeah.
Well, hey, look, this isn't what I want. This is what I think it's gonna be.
No,
right?
I got you.
Because what I have later, I don't have a lot of squatting movements, and I feel like I needed one here.
Yeah.
And part of it too is like it's happened twice already. They did the lunge thing with the individuals. They did a lunge thing with the teams. It'd be weird if they didn't do one here, just by pattern wise. So 30 toes to bar, 30 alternating dumbbell snatches with the heavy one, and then 30 overhead single arm dumbbell lunges. Because we've had that in open in the past, not with that weight of steps.
Yeah.
I would like it to be meters or feet, 30 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet. I think it'll be steps. Actually, a buddy of mine, because we didn't really like the step thing.
No.
And he actually made a great point. Duran, shout out to you. We miss you, dude. It's the guy that just that moved away.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, I think they put the lunge step thing in there so that it got rid of the shuffle step gray area. I was like, well, not a bad idea. I get it. Judging an online competition, you just count their steps. Maybe it was a simplicity sake reason. I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? Because like they can shuffle step all they want, but if they don't lunge, it doesn't count. Whereas if they
Right.
had a distance, that shuffle step, like how do you judge
Counts.
that?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Do you know
Yeah.
rep 'em? Or so I was like, oh, that's a good thought. So yeah, that's mine. 30, 20, 10, toes to bar, dumbbell snatches, and lunge steps with the dumbbell in the overhead position. So that's what I have for number
Okay.
one.
All right. All right. All
All
right.
right, let's move to number two.
This
Now this
one I
one,
like.
I like how we just now this one. Let
Now
me
this
try to
one.
load that up a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah. So we have a pair of rings with a tape line 8 feet apart from another tape line with a barbell on the side of it. The starting line is by the rings. And then in the middle, and I didn't read this when I first saw it, there's a plyo box and one dumbbell, but in yellow it says 55 plus divisions only.
Yep.
For that whole thing. So that's box and dumbbell since it's all outlined in yellow.
Yep.
So
I did not program for the 55 plus. Sorry, guys.
I would like yeah. So all of these workouts we're just saying like your standard 35, whatever, like it'd be like an open division program.
Yeah.
So weights and scales. Okay, so I'll be curious to see what you do here.
So this was one of the ones that I had one version and then I changed it to another version based on what we're trying to qualify out of here and move to the quarterfinals. My initial setup was 3 rounds of 14 thrusters, 135 and 95, and 7 ring muscle ups. And then I was like, I only saw up in the later event, we only have the 1 rack. So I'm like, you know what? I think we need to have some heavier weight in here. So what I decided to do was 3 rounds for time, 7 clusters, 185, 135, and 7 ring muscle ups.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it had to be some sort of a squat. I think that for the version for the 55 and over is going to be like weight on the shoulder and you do the lunge step or the step ups. I think that's what that's going to look like. So there's going to be some sort of, I think there's going to be some sort of a squatting setup, but because I have my first event is more of the blaster. I didn't want this to be the blaster version that the individuals had.
Oh yeah.
That's why I went heavier with the clusters. And then that 7 number, I really like what you said last time, that it's 5. Okay, that's cool, but that I don't know if that would separate enough. And 10, I think would be too much for what we need. So 7 heavy clusters and 7 ring muscle ups.
I like that. So 3 rounds.
Yep.
I like that. So I had a 3-1 rendition, and then I was trying to think of what the barbell movement was going to be. And I'm in the same camp as you, is that in my head, I was like, okay, I don't think this is going to be the burner one. I think it's going to be that classic CrossFit 10 to 12 minute time frame triplet.
Yeah.
Because when I'm looking at what they put in for the Masters, I'm like, okay, we're going to do ring muscle ups,
pistols.
We're going to do pistols.
Yeah.
And we're going to do, and I put for my barbell deadlifts. So what I have now, yeah. So I have 5 rounds, 10 deadlifts at 225 and 155, 5 ring muscle ups, and 20 alternating pistols. So the pistol count per round is fairly low. The total volume is high. I put the ring muscle ups down to 5. I think the last time we did one for the individuals, I think we settled on 7.
Yeah.
But 5 by 5, it's 25. I mean, yours is what, 21 total? I didn't want the same number of, I didn't think they do the same number of muscle ups as the individuals, maybe a little bit less, but I wanted that heavy barbell in there. So I'm thinking that pull from the floor, that over the top pull and push from the rings, and then just the pistols in the middle, because if there's not pistols in this workout, I will be shocked.
That was
that's why that box is in there for the 55 plus. I think their scale is going to be box step ups with the 50 and the 35-pound dumbbell.
No, I agree. And I saw that too. And I just, in complete defiance, said, screw you. I'm not going to put anything there.
Yeah. How dare you?
That's why I had that one. But I know they're going to have pistols in there too. And I mean, if we're going to play that game, I mean, the only modification I would do on mine is I would say I still think it's going to be the ring muscle ups. Just to have
The
the
only
pistol
reason why I
there,
didn't
just to
put a
have it.
thruster for the bar is because I think the pistol will be there for the body weight. So that's why I was like, okay, well, what kind of heavy barbell move can we do? I mean, in old age group online qualifiers, they've mixed push jerks with ring muscle ups.
Yeah.
Shoot, they did push jerks with chest to bar pull ups that one year. That 21-15-9 burner, that was one of them. So I was just going to think of something from the floor. I also put deadlifts in there because I'm really hoping that when we look at event 4, that will not be in. I'm really hoping that it's not boring CrossFit or the total. We'll say that. I hope it's not the total because we renamed the other total as the real CrossFit total.
Okay. I'll put the pistols in there too for mine, just because you're right. They got to be there. So I'm gonna have it'll be 7 ring muscle ups, 14 pistols, 7 heavy clusters, 3 rounds.
3 rounds?
Yeah, 3 rounds.
That's just enough to make the clusters worse.
Totally.
And the clusters make the muscle ups worse. Ew, gross. I've seen this movement come up. Thank you guys for giving your guesses and feedback. But if I have to see toes to rings one more time in these comments,
yeah, seriously,
I think that is.
Come on.
The fact that was in the CrossFit Games one year, I was like, wow. Like toes to rings to me is what people who like brought their unathletic, non-fit cousin to the gym during open gym, and then that's what that dude is just doing there over on the side in open gym is toes to rings. I think toes to rings are the dumbest movement.
We need to have an event of toes to ring and battle ropes, and then we can
now, granted,
and slam balls
That's right.
Then we will be complete.
I'm not attacking you, Brandon. We're having a conversation. Our poor unathletic cousins. I know. Shout out. You know who you are. All right. Let's move to floor plan number 3 for event number 3, even though it says workout number 3, because this is a competition. We are not working out.
We're not training.
These are events. And Bill, all we have here is a rope, 25 feet of space, and a starting line.
You know, I have done an event like this at a regional competition that's very similar to running and rope climbs. So I think
shout out to your ACL.
Right, yeah. My ACL right now is cringing in my left knee as we speak.
This is where I wish I had it pulled up prior and I could just like play the video as if like we're a real professional podcast.
No, we got to have the shuttle run. Everyone's got to do it. So this is going to be our shuttle run. What I have is 2 shuttle runs, 1 rope climb, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, and then back down 6, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. With the shuttle run being a down and back lap. So 2 shuttle laps, 1 rope climb, 4 shuttle laps, 2 rope climbs, and you do it that way.
So 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
No, it'll go. Rope climbs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay.
Shuttles are 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 4, 2.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Although in my heart, what I wanted was 5 rounds for time of 4 shuttle laps, so that's 100 feet.
Yes.
2 handstand walks, that's 50 feet, and 1 legless rope climb is what I wanted it to be. But I don't think it'll be that.
5 rounds?
That would be 5 rounds, yeah.
5 rounds. Okay.
Yeah. But it'll be the shuttle run and the rope climbs.
Pyramid. And you went 1 to 4 to 1?
1 to 4 to 1 and 2 to 8 to 2.
Okay.
Laps. Yeah.
I'm very similar to you. I've added in, so I added a little bit more hope than you did. So the thing I hated that I programmed for myself in event 1, I'm going to bring in my own personal hope in event 3.
Get it.
So I took the same basic format that they had for the individual event 3, which was that pyramid. Let's see if I can pull it up really quick for you guys. It's the controversial, with the wall ball and the rope
climb and the shuttle. Yeah.
All right. So how it went: wall ball shot, shuttle run, rope climb, and then increase, and then went back down the ladder. This little guy. Hopefully you guys can see that. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to do 4 shuttle runs, 1 handstand walk length, so that's 25 feet, 2 rope climbs. And then the next pyramid is 8, 2, and 3, 12, 4, and 3. And then I'm going back down from there. 8, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So there's a total of, I want to say 14 rope climbs. So
Okay.
yours is 16.
Mine's
And I
16.
kind of did what they did for the individual masters last year's where they hacked off the smaller rounds. It's two. But what I did that because it's going to limit the number of handstand walks that are going to be done. So the number of lengths you handstand walk is going to be 1 round 1, down and back round 2, down back down round 3, right? So the most you're going to do in one sitting is 3, which they made the teams do just 3 times.
Right.
So it's almost this. It's actually the exact same number as the teams did because the teams did 9 total lengths and there's 9 total lengths here for the Masters. Question is are they going to do the 5-foot thing for the Masters, or are they going to make them do the 25-foot thing for the Masters? I'm not sure. I'm not sure they'll even be in here, but I wanted to put in a handstand walk because I just selfishly, I wanted that skill in there.
I do
think yours
too.
is much more feasible.
Well, that's why I have 2.
Yeah.
What I think it'll be, what I would want it to be.
Yeah. What it could be is exactly what you had, some form of just shuttle runs and rope climbs.
Yeah.
And it could be something like they had at the, like you said, the regional there where it's 10 rounds, 40, 4 shuttle runs. So 100 feet, two down and backs.
Yep.
Okay. 2 shuttle runs, 1 rope climb, not legless for 10 rounds. So they mimic a regional one. I know they should, but like,
make it legless.
It's Masters. Come on.
Yeah, come on, do it. Again, we're qualifying the top 30 to get to the region, to get to the semifinals.
Well, Mark had a point is like maybe rope climbs at the quarters and semis have legless. A little evolution of the people taking the test.
No,
because we get a lot now, right? This isn't the top 300 anymore. This is a couple
thousand. That's the same virtual group that would have been going to the games in prior years.
Well, that's a good point.
They should already be able to do it.
That's a good point. All right. Event number 4. We have a barbell and a rack. Now, this is the same setup we had for the individuals where the bench wasn't declared, but we don't have a bench for Masters. Now, the individuals did the other total, max clean, max overhead squat, max bench. I think it was clean bench overhead squat in that order. Had to be in that order. I had a hard time going from what I would like on a personal level and what I think they could do without either being repetitive or too skewed to a specific athlete. So I'd love to see what you have here.
10-minute clock, 3-rep overhead squat.
Okay.
We've done enough totals already. Like, unless we were going to do the other total, if they do a total again, then I will label this as like weak ass programming. You're doing the same shit all the time. Like, pick something else. Overhead squat. I mean, me personally, I would say overhead squat without the rack. Like, take the rack off. I hope we don't do a squat, like a back squat or whatever. It should be from the ground. You got to get it up. You got to get it overhead. And then you got to do the overhead squat. Because what that's testing is not just your squat strength, but can you pull it off the ground? Do you have shoulder flexibility? Can you jerk it up overhead? I just think we need to have that. We've had overhead squats in the games, and I think that this is a needed movement in the Masters division,
especially Masters.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I like your from the floor idea because I mean they did it in regionals in 2013, and it just adds another element to the actual test. It's like, okay, can you get it off the ground and navigate it over your head just to get to the overhead squat, which regionals, that was hard.
Hell yeah, totally.
That was really hard. So my original one for me was 5-rep overhead squat.
Okay.
I just wanted to add a couple extra in there, but then as a bias. Really, my first one was 10. Because I was like, what would Boz do? What curveball would Boz throw in here? And I could totally see him reaching back to like old school. I don't think he would do 15 rep max, which was like the old school test. Can you do that with body weight?
Yep.
So those of you OGs in here, that was a huge badge of honor. And it still is. Let's be honest. That still is a huge badge of honor to overhead squat your body weight 15 times. That was actually a huge goal of mine back in the day. And I was like, okay, 15 is just a little crazy for an online competition, but maybe 10. But I was like, people are going to have no clue how to do that. So it's almost going to disrupt the test. 37 rep max. And so when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, how about 5? And then I was like, okay, let's add some more, because I was thinking my bias speaking. So I have a overhead squat max, a clean max, and a shoulder to overhead max. I think putting a bunch of old people on a bench is probably a terrible idea.
What?
Well, come on, dude. People are going to be popping their pecs left and right.
All the old people, that's all muscle memory. That's all us old people did do.
Graphic that
all
is
the new CrossFitters don't do bench. We all did bench for years and years and years and years.
They also made us step down off a box in the open. So, I feel like they're being conservative.
Oh, God.
All right, but here's my twist. The overhead squat is a 3 rep max. The shoulder to overhead is a 2 rep max, and the clean is a 1 rep max. And it goes overhead squat first, shoulder to overhead second, clean third. 3, 2, and 1 of those. Just a little different. So we both have a 3 rep overhead squat.
30-minute clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
30-minute running clock in that order. 3 rep max overhead squat, 2 rep max shoulder overhead, 1 rep max clean. Which, I mean, I know you did the other total for the individuals, and all your weights were like what, 5 pounds from each other, with 2 of them being the clean?
Yeah,
290, 285, 290.
Yeah.
I wonder, because in my head I feel like these can also be very close, especially with the clean being last.
Yeah.
Like my 3 rep in my prime, I did a 3 rep at 305, 315, 305. I did a 3 rep at 305. My best clean is 305, and I can push jerk 300, whether I can do it twice. I did 295 twice. So like I was thinking is like what numbers could all be very similar. Now I'm obviously using myself as an example. Some people have monster cleans, shit overhead squats, and don't know how to do a push jerk, right? So I just wanted to see something a little bit different, not quite the same as the individual, but with some added list to create a little bit more balance.
No, I really like that. I don't know if something like that will happen because they don't know what total to say or how to do it. I don't know if they would create something like that. I was thinking, okay, we don't have the bench, so they aren't going to be doing the other total. We've already done the regular total. In the past, we've done the front squat. So I'm like, don't do something stupid like the back squat.
Right.
So I'm saying the overhead. That's why I said just the overhead squat. But that was also the reason that I wanted the heavy clusters in the barbell work on the other event ahead. So it's not just a one lift is your strength piece.
Yeah.
That you are able to put some weight in there, at least in multiple events is kind of what I was looking on that. That's why I just went with the single lift. But I love yours. That'd be super fun too.
Brandon Green.
The chase total. The chase total.
The chase total would just be a 15 rep overhead squat. total the pounds. Brandon, in my opinion, shoulder overhead would be difficult to judge. I don't mean to put your comment up here, Brandon, but I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's the hard part?
What's so hard about that?
In fact, if you look at that diagram right there, when you look and when you're coaching an athlete on overhead squats, you should be looking at that 45-degree angle so you can see how are their knees setting, what's their foot placement look like, and then from the side enough to be able to tell if the bar's back far enough, are they getting low enough? I think it's okay. As long as you're not shooting from the ground, like don't put your camera on the ground.
Even then, is like, did you stand up with the weight and control it at the top? Yes. I feel like it's way easier to judge than an overhead squat. I have to watch somebody's hip crease and knee crease. Just stand up.
Right.
Well, if then move the camera, Brandon. Like,
well, I mean, there's always going to be. There's always.
well, that's why I said
be
shoulder overhead,
right.
and stiff. Mark makes it like strict press, absolutely not. Push press, absolutely not. Shoulder overhead, it's the easiest one.
Yeah.
Of any overhead movement. It's easier than bench press. So I don't got to watch your hips come off the bench. I don't have to see if your feet like. I'm glad we could talk this out. That was good.
Sorry, Corey. I'm pissing Corey off today. What the heck, man? Sorry. My bad.
Corey. Oh, now we can put our cameras on the ground.
Get your selfie stand already. The one that's set at 30 inches or whatever.
Yes. Don't start that, Stefan. Don't you start that. All right, let's go to event number 5, the 5th and final one. Now, this one is very interesting. So we have a wall, a 40 by 24 inch taped box, which is usually reserved for handstand push-up. 8 feet away behind the tape line, you have a rower and a jump rope. And traditionally, well, not traditionally, as like we have a tradition, the individuals had something really nasty fast. The teams had something just like gross intense, but it wasn't terribly fast. I mean, it's fast for some people, but it wasn't the row, sprint, burpee, box jump overs, and then snatches at the end. But it was still super, super intense. So I'm assuming they're going to follow suit with this one. But I know you had that as your first one. So what do you got for this one?
This is going to be my long slug here. So this is 20-minute AMRAP, 20 calorie row, 20 handstand push-ups, 100 double unders.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah.
Kipping, strict.
You can do whatever you want. I'll just say regular handstand push-ups. So, I mean, you get 5 rounds on this. You're doing 100 handstand push-ups.
So 20-minute AMRAP, 20 cal row, 20 handstand push-ups,
100 double unders.
100 double unders. Oh, bless you for doing an appropriate double under number.
Oh, believe me, I looked at that and I was like, okay, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, if I was to see this, I'd be thinking, okay, got to go hard and fast on the row and the handstand push-ups because the double unders. God dang it. Is it a good day or is it a bad day?
Yeah. Is it a good one for me? Stefan put in there. Will triple unders ever show up anywhere this year? Stefan, I'm going to tell you this right now. If they ever program triple unders in any like games season, I'll probably stop registering for the Open. I think that, yeah. Will they do it? I can't say they won't. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do.
I'm going to say that they won't.
I mean, let's start programming backflips because it's easy for some people. Why not? Triple unders. I went to an event that had triple unders in it, and it was the biggest shit show I have ever seen because nobody knew how to count. It was like, I think it was 12, 9, 6 of triple unders and bar muscle ups.
Oh, wow.
And all I see are people spinning the rope really fast, landing on their rope, and a judge be like, 1. I was like, they landed on the rope. They didn't miss the quadruple. If they landed on the rope, they landed on the third pass.
Right.
Bro.
Right.
No one, and I see that this is a sidebar, but I see that shit in the gym all the time. You're watching someone do double unders. You don't know what number they're on. You're just watching them, with a coach's eye. And then they land on the rope, look at me, and then put the rope down. I'm like, you didn't just miss rep 101, bro. I know you missed rep 100. That's why you looked at it. I see that all the time. Miss, put the rope down. Look first. Realize you got
that was right.
Yeah. And I just look at him. I'm like, I'll let your moral compass decide what to do next.
I went to the Swiss Alpine Battle one year, and they had an event in there where it was jump rope work, and it was a team setup. You had to do 100 single unders unbroken. You had to do 50 double unders unbroken, and then you had to do 25 triple unders. Didn't have to be unbroken.
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. I mean, like what was funny was there were a handful of athletes that could do the triple unders.
Yeah.
There were, everyone handled the double unders no problem. I saw more people messing up. I mean, we're talking like games level athletes could not get out of the 100 single unders unbroken
That's funny.
because everyone's so used to like try. Next time
Yeah.
you're at your gym, try to do 100 single unders unbroken. It's like, oh, single unders, no big deal. I
Oh,
saw people messing up at like 88 so many times, and you had to do it again.
that was, you know what? That's funny that you mentioned that because that was in my very first CrossFit competition ever.
Really?
100 unbroken. Yeah.
Crazy.
First one ever.
Dang.
So I'm with you.
It was a trip.
No problem. No problem.
Like I can do triples on as singles. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do them unbroken.
Can you string them together? Triple unders?
I think I've only done like a couple ever. I'm way better if I do one big jump and swing it around, and then one big jump and swing it around.
One big jump, land in a full depth air squat.
Heck yeah! But I got the triple. I got that triple accounted.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't
I've
land on the
seen-
rope.
I've seen a few guys that are just like freaky good at them. Where
Oh, you mean like Alec?
Alec.
Dude, oh yeah, let's do quads.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop, dude. Really?
Yeah.
How are you doing that shit?
I feel like every time I do them, I get immediate shin splints.
Oh man.
Especially when I try to string them together. Like when I do like the one off,
Yeah.
no problem. But stringing them together, that's yeah. Oh, this comment here,
tough.
Corey. Yes, so he says there's a video of Chris Henshaw working with Rich and company, and he had him doing singles. He actually had him doing like a power single, which is a little bit higher. It's a double under bounce. It's actually a scale we use at the gym where you do your double under bounce with just one pass of the rope. So it teaches you how to slow the rope down on purpose.
Right.
Which then, okay, so now this slow cadence, you should be able to do this cadence twice. But yes, Rich couldn't do it. And so when people can't figure it out of the gym, I actually reference that video specifically. I'm like, listen, guys, Rich can't do this either. It's okay.
That's funny.
All right. So here we go. Mine. I have two. I'm sorry.
Why? I have two on a couple of them. It's all good.
All right. So here, I went back and forth between the individual finale format and the team finale format. So I'll go individual finale format first. I have a 30 cal row, 20 kipping handstand push-ups or whatever handstand push-ups into 100 double unders for time.
Got it.
30, 20, 10. And that's the individual sprint sesh as I had, because you can send a 30 cal row. I think 20 unbroken handstand push-ups, depending on how hard you push the row, can unravel, especially for the last 5. And if you break, that's one thing. If you fail, that's another. It forces people to find that fine line. And then just 100 double unders at the end when you're totally gassed and your shoulders are smoked, I think would be a lot harder than people think, but super fun to do.
I think that'd be super fast. It would be fun.
Like when 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, your cal rows under a minute. Your handstand push-ups unbroken has to be under a minute. You can break once and still be under a minute, I believe. Not much.
Right.
And then 100 double unders unbroken takes less than a minute. So that's the individual version. The team version, I have 30 cal row, 30 kipping handstand push-ups, 100 double unders, 10 strict handstand push-ups. So with the difficulty, right, we went chest to bar to ring muscle up, or lighter thruster weight to a heavier thruster weight with a smaller set, and then the monostructural skill changes. So 30 cal row, 30 kip handstand push-ups, 100 double unders, 10 strict handstand push-ups. I didn't really know where I had to.
Well, I mean, and that's okay. I think that sometimes, when we have them like this, like you see something, this is what I think it'll be and what I really like it to be. And it's hard to pull away from the two. That's how my event 3 was, same way. Like I know, I think it's going to be shuttle runs and rope climbs, but I would love to see handstand walks in there too. So you kind of come up with this other alternate version of that. What's your long event? What's your
I think my long event is event 3 with the shuttle runs and handstand walks.
how long do you think it'll take?
I don't know, because I'm thinking of keeping the handstand walks at 25 unbroken. So we'll go through each other's events the whole way through and then try to pick some time domains. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, so those are our 5. Let's go all the way back to the top. Do you want to go through all your 5 with time?
Sure. All right. Event 1, I have 21:15.9 chest to bar pull-ups and single dumbbell snatch at 70 and 50. 5-minute time
70 and
cap.
50?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The heavy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the light one.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
70 to 50. Yeah.
Okay. I totally screwed that up then.
Oh,
Oh, that's even better.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
just like dirty. I know
Yeah.
lighter would be worse.
This
Speed-wise?
would end up being way more grippy because you'd be forced to have to go unbroken
I don't know
on the
why I
pull-up.
thought you said 15:30. I
Oh,
apologize.
come on, man. Who are you talking to here?
Oh, well, that's what I was saying. I was like, okay. Well, that's why I said it in the beginning. I was like, okay, well, okay, so lighter does make it worse. Never mind.
70s and 50s.
Got it.
Event 2, 3 rounds for time, 7 clusters at 185 and 135, 14 pistols, 7 ring muscle ups.
Okay.
I will say I'll say 12 minutes on that.
Yeah, I was thinking 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Is your range. Okay. And what was your first one? 3 to
5.
4? 5.
I said
Okay.
5-minute cap.
5 minute. Oh, cap. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5-minute cap, 12-minute cap.
The next one, I'll do the shuttle run rope climb one. So I'll do my 2 shuttles, 1 rope, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, and then back down 6, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. How long is it taking people to do those shuttle runs like that?
That's a good question. Are they doing all of them?
Yeah, totally. I'll put a 15-minute time cap on this.
Okay. I'll say what? 16 rope climbs.
I mean,
even if you're doing 4 a minute,
yeah,
which is blazing fast.
yeah.
That's
So that's
4
still
minutes times 2, 8 minutes. I mean, 1 every 30 seconds under fatigue. I mean, that's pretty slow, but
yeah. I'll put 15 because I want that way it'll force everyone to have to get it all done.
okay, cap of 15.
Cap of 15.
Got it. Okay.
4? Event 4 is a 10-minute clock for a 3-rep overhead squat.
Got it. Check.
And then the last one is your 20-minute AMRAP of 20 calorie row, 20 handstand push-ups, and 100 double unders.
Why I just hit 20-minute AMRAP, 20, 20, 20.
100.
Row, or yeah, 20, 20, 100. I like
Row
that one. I like that one.
I figured that you would.
All right. My event 1, I have, what do I have? Oh, 30, 20, 10. This might be my long one. No, not really. Toes to bar, alternating dumbbell snatch with the 70 and 50, and dumbbell, single arm dumbbell overhead lunge steps. Oh, time frame. Man, I don't know. So first round, let's say 30 toes to bar. 90 seconds. I mean, I know people can do this like fast, but I'm thinking time cap wise.
Yeah.
Maybe I do 2 minutes per in the first round. So that's 6. So maybe I'll make the cap 12, 10. I think 10-minute cap. Because like if you give 2 minutes for the 30, 30, 30, obviously the set, it's, you double it, right? You still have 30 reps, but since you break it up, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, go 12.
I think 12?
Yeah.
Just double it up, give 2 minutes per.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12. I mean, it's a qualifier. It's quarterfinals. Give people what I don't want is I don't want it to be such a tight time cap
If
is
people don't finish.
right, that people don't finish so they don't get the experience that they should get for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12-minute cap here. For event 2, I have 5 rounds. I've got 10 deadlifts at 225 and 155, 5 ring muscle ups, 20 alternating pistols. So per round, 10, 5, 20, 10-minute cap. I mean, 10
Yeah.
deadlifts is gonna that at that weight, it's unbroken. It's 10 reps.
Yep.
30 seconds. You go to the rings, give them a minute. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
because yeah.
And then another minute. Oh, maybe
You're
I'm
doing
off.
sets of 5, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna take a minute. That could be unbroken. But with
Well,
people
could
that
it
are
would be
here,
in the beginning, but maybe not
right?
towards the end,
And then
depending
5
on
rounds,
your crew.
30-minute. Man, I might actually put this up at 15 minutes. 3 minutes a
Ooh.
round.
Yeah.
I know the deadlifts are gonna go fast, but if you're not great at muscle ups, you're gonna have to break. And if your pistols are slow, 20 pistols at a steady pace takes me a minute. I'm
Yeah,
not great at
easily.
pistols, but I can do them. So
Yeah.
that's already 2.5. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15. That's a good
Okay.
call.
Event 3, I have a ascending ladder, kind of like you did. 4 shuttle runs, so down and back 4 times. 1 length of a handstand walk, 2 rope climbs. 8, 2 lengths, 3 rope climbs. 12 down and back, 3 handstand walk lengths, 4 rope climbs. And then I go 8 shuttle runs, 2 handstand walks, 3 rope climbs, 4 shuttle runs, 1 handstand walk, 2 rope climbs. I think this is my long one. I think this is the 20-minute cap.
Okay.
Because my shuttle runs, I've got 4, 8 plus 8, 16, 24. I got 36 shuttle runs in here. I got 36 shuttle runs, 14 rope climbs, and 450 feet of handstand walks.
That right there is gonna be your time frame.
And if I'm putting it at 25 feet unbroken, like you're just gonna have to rest. And so I think that 20-minute time cap allows people, again, like we did for the first one, is an opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Although I want to ask the question again is, do you think for Masters they'll make it 25 feet unbroken, or they'll make it 5, or they'll let them do the 5-foot increments so that people can actually do the work? I almost think that they would do it the 5-foot increment thing. If it's even in there, because man, I don't know if they're gonna put it in there. I want them to, clearly.
I think because we haven't had I would say that they would do the 5-foot increments.
Honestly, and I think they should for Masters.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I
No.
mean,
25 feet for a decent individual is still not easy, but totally doable. I think for the sake of it being a quarterfinal competition for Masters, 5-foot increments evens the playing field a little bit more.
well, and it's not
Otherwise, it's a
Corey.
handstand walk.
Corey, you're so funny. Since for us old folks, I think what it is what you don't want is you don't want the level of fatigue to count someone out to where now again they're not able to finish. If you have the 5-foot increments in there, then you're going to be able to get that. So you're going to be able to continue on your way all the way through if on the handstand walks. I think they need to have that. But once they get out of this and we get to the semis, no.
I'm with you.
You know, you should be able to do them. I mean, I think you should be able to do them now, but I think that that's okay. I mean, it's a good amount of handstand walking that they need to do. And so put the brakes in there. Let them do the work, and that would allow them to do that.
Yeah. I think if they're in there, which man, I'm starting to, now that we talk it out, I don't know if they're going to be in there, but if they do, if they have it 25 feet, this is just a straight up handstand walk event for the majority of, I would say, the older demographic Masters athletes. If not, it's just a workout with handstand walks in it. But like I've seen some of my athletes in the gym try to walk 5 feet. In my head, I'm like, okay. I'll say this: if they don't put them in there, I think I'll basically do what you programmed, 1 to 4 to 1, but I'm gonna quadruple the number of shuttle runs.
So
if it's
for a shuttle, 1 rope.
4, 1, 8, 2, 12, 3, 16,
Okay.
4, 12, 3, 8, 2, 4, 1. So I'll quadruple the number of shuttle runs if there's no handstand walks. So, well, yeah, basically what you had. All right, let's see. Oh, time cap. Yeah, we said 20, right? 12 for event.
Yeah, you said 20 on yours. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 for event 1, 15 event 2, 20 for event 3. Event 4, 30-minute clock. The total is 3 rep max overhead squat, 2 rep max shoulder to overhead, 1 rep max clean anyway, power squat. It just has to come from the floor in one movement. You can't do like a hang. You can do a Josh Everett split clean.
Ooh.
Actually, he does more. Does he do a split clean? I know he does a split snatch.
He does a split snatch. I don't think he really
No, he
does
doesn't.
a split clean. He does a split snatch
does.
because of his shoulder flexibility, but
Yeah.
he doesn't need it on the clean. So
Yeah, that's I heard a rumor that Savon is giving away Fit Aid today to steal viewers. Well, if that takes you away from us, go ahead. Fit Aid is disgusting. And if they ever decide to sponsor the show, I will cut that clip out. All right, moving to event 5. We have the handstand, push-up box, the row, and the rope. I don't know which one to go with.
do your 30, 20, 100.
30, 20, 100. Okay, so 30 cal row, 20 kipping handstand push-ups or handstand push-up anyway, 100 double unders. I'll put the time cap at 5. Anything more than 5, you just weren't going to make it. So yeah, that's what we got.
I like that one.
I like it.
Yeah, those are some good events right there.
You're right. These were, I don't know if they were more fun to program because we have even more information and detail to go off of, maybe.
I mean, maybe you know what? I will say this. Okay, maybe we're armchair quarterbacking because we've seen 2 other sort of versions of the same type of thing, so we can pick and choose what we liked or didn't like or wanted to happen or kind of have an idea of what it would look like, and so we can kind of have a good visual in our head as we're kind of building it together.
Yes.
But I don't know. Whatever the reason, when I saw these, I was like, oh, cool. This would be this would be fun to put it like, oh, you could totally do this and you could do that. That's cool. That it will actually, absolutely.
Corey, get with the programming. Brought to you by delicious, nutritious Chase. Maybe in a few months. Question: 30 cals from Stacy. Is it 30 cals for men and the women? Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. The trend we've seen so far in the first 2 weeks of the series of the quarterfinals is that they haven't lessened the reps for cals. They haven't lessened the reps for muscle ups or chest to bar pull ups. Any gymnastics they haven't changed. The only thing they actually did was just change the weights. They had the wall ball target up to 10 feet. They had the 30, 24. Like they did as far as that so far they've done is fantastic. Like I feel like they're finally evening out that playing field on both sides of the fence between the men and the women.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Have we seen the switch? Totally. We've seen in the game that there's been a switch. Totally.
They just haven't done it this year.
Yeah. And I think that, like, especially on the 30 cals, it's such a fast set.
Yeah.
I mean, even for the women, I mean, it's a fast set. So what are you saving if you go down to 24 calories?
Nah.
You're not really saving that much. So
you ladies are freaking
beasts,
monsters now.
You guys are strong. It's okay.
Beasts. I love it. Absolutely love it. I can't wait to see. And you're right. This was one of those where maybe it was more exciting because I felt like we can get even closer to what it may be. Because like in the first week, we're like shot in the dark.
Totally.
It's funny is we were closer in the individual one than we were in the team one.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what it is. It's like trying to guess week 5 of the Open. We may not get it exactly, but we have a pretty good idea of what's
Well, if they don't do my event number 2, I'm gonna program that one because that one's fun. I think that one.
I love all these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna program yours. I'm gonna program mine. I'm definitely gonna do your final event one.
Oh, I know you are. Yeah.
Long AMRAPs, not a barbell in sight, and not strict handstand push-ups with high volume double unders. Although I might need to, we'll see.
How'd your calf feel the other day when you did double unders? I saw you did
Oh,
that
thank
one
you for
video.
asking. So for me, like my double unders are fairly quick.
Yeah,
So
you're
I don't have
fast.
I don't have to bounce very high. So that's not too bad, just that light bounce on my feet. Whereas if I bounce a little higher, that impact is much worse.
Yeah.
The only things I can't really do yet still, I can't sprint like running. I'm not very explosive off the ground. So like a box jump is out. A lunge will still be pretty hard on the calf, just pushing off in that isolated movement. Like stairs, I'm still hesitant about. They don't really hurt anymore. Shuttle runs, I'll probably have to turn, like plant my left foot each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, that's a good question. Pistols, I don't know. I might need to wear lifters for that one.
You know,
That'll take the pressure
one
off.
one lifter on one foot.
No, I'll wear both. You know what's hilarious now that I think about it, because I put pistols in there, but I also put deadlifts. Did you see the roaming Diane they just programmed on .com?
I heard it. I didn't see what the video was though.
Okay, so it was Boz. It was Boz at San Francisco CrossFit.
Oh dang, old school style.
Dude, and I'm talking old school, short hair, no facial hair, not a tattoo on his body. And I'm watching him do deadlifts, and the son of a bitch has like Romaleos on. That's how old school this video was. Is that Boz, who is one of the best movers. Like that guy is so incredibly flexible. Like he wanted to actually join the circus when he was in his younger days, when he's trying to figure out life. Like, have you ever seen him do a planche?
Yep.
Have you seen him do it on parallettes?
I haven't seen that. I've seen him do the.
Yeah, he's freaky gymnastic guy, but
Totally.
to watch him doing deadlifts, and the weight was 225 in lifters, which, if you guys don't understand it, it's not the fact that he was just wearing lifters. You don't wear, there's one movement you don't wear lifters for, and that's a deadlift.
Dude.
The last thing you want to do on a deadlift is to have all your weight angling towards your toes. So the fact that he was doing roaming Diane, which the roaming part was handstand walks.
Yeah.
So I'm watching him rip off deadlifts in lifters and then doing handstand walks. It's like, wow, this is an old video. Because back in the day, we wore lifters for everything.
We didn't know, dude.
I wore lifters for rowing. I wore lifters for Karen. I wore it for everything. It was like my secret weapon. My old do-wins.
Dude, I still have mine.
I feel like, I don't know where mine are, but I feel like they were wrapped in the same canvas as like old school muscle cars were wrapped in. You know what I'm talking about? Like that sparkly, flaky plastic.
You had the plastic one? I had the black suede ones.
You of course you had the black suede.
Suede.
A buddy of mine had the red suede ones. And those actually, the red suede do-wins were the first lifter I ever wore. Anyway, it was like anything. You know, like I'd been at the gym for a while. I was failing my front squats or some type of heavy lift, and he walked in. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to try my lifters?"
That's how mine was.
I was like, "What are those?" And I put them on, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is this glorious creation you just brought to me?" And then I'm like, "I'm never going to do another CrossFit workout without lifters on again." And then who ruined lifters for me? I want to say it was Ben Smith.
Why?
I think it was Ben Smith and Rich Froning. I don't know. It was in that age. I was very impressionable my early years of CrossFit, but I was just watching because remember this? We would do like shoe changes. I used to do shoe changes in the middle of workouts.
Yeah.
You remember the open where it was the bar facing burpees, the overhead squats, and the ring muscle ups? 2011.
Yep.
I did running shoes for my, was it 60 bar facing burpees?
Oh yeah.
60 bar facing burpees, took my shoes off, put my lifters on, and did the, what was it, 10 overhead
The
squats?
overhead squats.
How
Yeah.
many reps was it? 10 or 20? I think it was 20. It had to have been 20 because I believe the muscle ups were 10. I'll just pull it up. Of course, the games website might not have
They won't have it.
anything from 2000. Maybe I can guess the URL.
Probably figure it out.
Not a shot. That wasn't a shot.
Couple dashes.
Ooh,
Year.
ooh. Scrolling down. Oh, I have it. Do you guys see this? Open.
Wasn't it 60-30?
Was it number 3? Where are you?
60.
Oh, this one.
That was
Dude,
like
okay, if you guys are still rolling with us, sorry, but we're going down memory lane. AMRAP in 5 minutes of squat, clean, and jerks at 165 and 155. Or
I did
165.
that workout 4 times.
What?
I'm like, I can get better. I know I can get better. Because I saw Jason Kalipa was getting a certain number. I'm like, screw that guy. I got to get this over here. Oh, that hurt really bad.
Okay, if anybody wants to win a CrossFit trivia night. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's 30. 60
30.
burpees, 30 overhead squats. Look at this, 120 and 90. Why? I don't know. 10 muscle ups, AMRAP in 10 minutes. So most people got through that part and then try to get as many bar facing burpees in the time remaining. So here's a trivia question for all you guys out there. How many weeks long was the first open? And I'm showing you the screen. What's the answer? How many weeks long was the first open? See if anybody guesses it on YouTube. Because this is a trick question. I know it says 6.
Well, that's right. That's
all right. Okay, so the answer is 7. The very first open, there it is.
Yep.
There it is. 7. I don't even know. Rich Dog. 7. Because in week 1, during the submission time, well, okay, first off, when the open was supposed to be released and they released open workouts at what, 5 p.m. Pacific?
Yeah.
Back in the day. They're like, all right, the first open, the entire game season has changed and it's online and everybody freaking hated it. And when it was supposed to be released, it was on CrossFit. I don't know. Or,
it was on .com.
Yeah, it was on .com where they were going to release it.
Yep.
And so many people flooded the website at 5 p.m. It
crashed
broke the website, crashed the website. So the first event didn't even get released, I think, till like 11 p.m. that night. I woke up to what it was going to be because it's 7 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
So we got that. Fast forward a week, and at the last second submission deadline, so many people logged on to submit their score at the last second. It crashed the website again. So in order to fix the issue, they extended week 1 to another week. So 11.1 was actually 2 weeks long. And they had 6. I mean, can you imagine doing a 6-week open right now?
Oh, I'm so glad we're past that.
6 weeks.
So glad we're past that, dude.
That, I mean, a month and a half.
I remember at the end of the open, like as an affiliate owner, and I'm an athlete too. I'm competing. Yeah. I got my own head in the game. I'm trying to get everyone else. I was exhausted. Just exhausted.
Oh, it was brutal. So yes, so trivia question. How long was the very first open? The answer is 11 weeks. And that's why I say to this, and this is a technicality, that except for this year, there's been a repeat event in every single open ever programmed except for this year.
Yep.
Because in year 1, they repeated the first event twice.
Yep.
Technicality. But there's a little fun fact. Oh, how did we even get here?
You were talking about who ruined lifters and like the shoe change.
Talking about laws and the shoe change.
Yeah.
But I used to look at an event. Tell me, I would like to, if you did this too. I would look at an event and see what the hard part was, and then base my shoe choice off that.
I'm not that neurotic, dude. I mean, I would look to see like, okay, is there a way, like if it was going to be a lot of wall balls or a lot of pistols or something like that, then maybe I'd be like, okay, where can these come out? I think that it's awesome that they actually had to add in the rule book, you're not allowed to make a shoe change.
Oh yes.
I mean, and I like now. I mean, I think for the most part, they don't make the big shoe change, but they put it in there, and it's like, oh wow, really? I mean, all the different things. Remember when everyone
Um,
handstand push-ups? You can't pull
oh,
your socks down
Down
around your
behind the heel.
heels,
That
so you can
was from
slide.
regionals though. That was
Yeah,
from regionals in 2020,
but they
12.
had to say it because people were doing it,
Yeah.
or you kick your shoes off so you can slide your socks up and down. You must have footwear, is what they would
Yeah,
say.
you kick your shoes off for handstand push-ups, or we would kick them off for deadlifts.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
God, what did I do one time? I'm kind
I
of out
don't
of it.
know how people were doing. I still don't know how people do it. They do double unders in. I mean, that's what that Reebok lifter was. That was supposed to be able to accomplish
That's it.
lifting and
Like
double unders at the same
cross
time.
you. You should be able to run
Run,
short
yeah.
distances.
I'm
Oh
like, what
man.
the heck?
Yeah, if there was like a heavy barbell and if the run was less than 400 meters, like 400 meters was my max, I would run in lifters. Just like cool, cool, cool,
Do
cool.
you remember? Okay, so at the regional, I think it was 2012. We had the snatch ladder, and you had to do 20 double unders and then the snatch, and you every like 90 seconds or a minute or whatever it was, you'd have to go to the next one.
Oh,
Everybody's
yes,
doing their
yeah,
double unders in their lifters because like I got to snatch. I
right.
got to
That's
have my
right.
lifters on to snatch. So it's like, all right, I have to somehow clomp my way through these double unders, not get shin splints with these like ankle weights on my feet trying to.
Okay, you know what I did this one time, and
One
this
time in band
is
camp.
I don't know if this is a loophole or this is blatant cheating. I don't care. This is a long time ago, but it was when the first Netcon came out, and they added this. The one thing I liked about the Metcons, they added that plastic heel on the back of the shoe for handstand push-ups.
Yep.
And the Nanos didn't have those. Actually, the rubber went over the back of the heel, which I was like, this freaking sucks. Like, yeah, I'm sticking to the wall. So I in my head, I was like, okay, well, if this shoe has them, I can maybe modify my Nano to mimic that shoe. And so I got a zip tie and I cut it and I super glued it to the back of the heel of my Nanos to make the hard piece that the Nikes had.
Yeah, dude, that's called cheating.
That cheating?
That's not a loophole. You modified yours. That
Yeah,
is the
but
same thing as
the
pulling your
shoe already
socks
had
down
them.
over. Oh no, I get
Yeah,
it. The
well, no,
other
that
shoe
is
already had them.
yeah.
I'm just giving you shit. I
Well,
think
this was the
that's
same. Yeah.
funny.
What did I do that for? I can't remember what event I tried that on. I think it was the Power Clean handstand push-up one.
Mm.
When was the first year the Nike shoe came out? 15? 15.
I'm not a Nike guy. I don't know.
I'm not either. Let me look at this. Gosh, this trip down memory lane. If you have to be somewhere, tell me, Bill.
I'm good.
What was
good.
that? What, I remember this event vividly because this is this 15? Yes. All right, here it is. Oops. There we go. 2015, 15.4. This is the 3 handstand push-ups, 3 cleans, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12, 6.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, this was 2015. This is when Josh Bridges almost murdered Boz at an open announcement. This was you and me in Portland. This is when they came up with that stupid handstand push-up standard, as you can see right here.
Yeah.
The 3 inches. Let me see if I can zoom this in.
Oh, there it is. Between the knuckle.
Oops.
The knuckle.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Corey, this isn't the show's capacity one.
So
That was the next year.
From here, okay. So the handstand push-up standard. Prior to starting, you will establish the foot line for your handstand push-ups. Stand facing the wall with your feet hip width apart. That's not gray at all. With your toes touching the wall, which some people while standing tall, reach your hands over your head with elbows straight, shoulders extended, and your thumbs touching. Mark 3 inches height from your wrists below with a permanent this BS. And listen, I get my what I consider ingenuity. What's up, Bruce? Trader.
Yeah, traitor. Get out of here, dude. We don't want you here anymore. I think Sevon's calling you.
I feel like I was being like cheating is when people would do this, but they would put they would measure it and then put a Dolomer mat behind it, like over it. So they'd add 1.5 inches to their line, or they would wear lifters or come up on their toes a little bit or shrug their shoulders down, which is funny. It's like shoulders extended, but you can clearly see like your shoulders are not extended in this picture.
Totally.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine if they use this standard now? What would happen?
Dude, people couldn't get shuttle runs right, let alone a 3-inch drop and a foot placement and the shoulders have to be. There's no way. There's no way.
Hey,
Oh, Dick Butter.
Butter. I don't know if you've been on the show with us.
I know.
I
You're
hear
like
your name on the
famous.
Savon podcast all the time. And every time I hear
Famous.
it, it just, yeah, the famous Dick Butter. I can't believe I just said those 2 words back to back. Yeah, we totally went off the rails, boys. Those of you guys just joining us right now, we finished the floor plans like 35 minutes ago.
It's
And
okay
then I
if you
said
guys
one
don't want to
thing
know what
about
the events are. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
and I said one thing about Boz, and now we're here. And now we're here. Oh. I mean, I guess my heel tape.
Hey,
The
but
only way I justified it is because it wasn't. It'd be different if there wasn't a shoe already made like that. I feel like that'd be much worse. That's how I justified it. I was like, well, I don't want to buy Nikes, so I'm going to take what they have and just put it on my Nanos. So I wasn't getting a competitive advantage that nobody else had access to.
No, that's true.
So that's why I said loophole.
It's fine. Even
Look, I'm gonna
I know you will, and it's totally fine, man. No one's
Oh,
hating on
hey,
you. No one's
there's a
hating on
random
you.
show idea.
What?
You know what we haven't done in a while? A rush moment. A rush moment episode. Top 4 CrossFit hills you're willing to die on. Like toaster rings.
Are you willing to die on that?
Yes, I'll die on that hill.
Meaning that it should never be there?
Never.
Okay. Oh, so the hill is that you're like, I'm sorry, you
hot
can't shake me on this. Like it's dumb.
Yeah, like you'll never convince me otherwise.
Like I'll say slam balls is a waste of time, as it was in the games. And I couldn't believe that we had that. And it was funny that we had it for the reason that it was in there.
We know why it was in there.
Oh, I know.
It was so worth it. Especially at the time. Now, maybe not so much.
Right. Totally. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Corey says toes to rings. Let me get this crap off the screen. Toes, rings, slam balls, pistols, and online competition. Like, I think
you have to have online competitions. You have to have them.
I think in online.
Oh, in online competitions.
Yeah. I think a hill to die on is kind of a hot take. Or just something that you'll just never waver on.
Like a 9-foot wall ball target.
Yes. Or
like, I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. It needs to be 10 feet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Period.
Differing box heights for dumbbell stepovers. Like I think they should be the same. kind of it's in the same category,
Totally.
right? That'd be fun. That one, damn it! You know what? We're missing a great opportunity for real fan engagement with a Mount Rush Moments episode.
Maybe when we learn how to do the call-in, we should make that the call-in.
Oh, hey guys, should we do a call-in? Do you have a phone number? Do I need to get another phone, like a cell phone?
No, dude. No, you just use
My
like a
phone number
Google,
out there?
like a Google number.
Oh, Corey, for sure, that's on my list of hills to die on. Ring handstand push-ups.
uh
No, just use your cell. Absolutely not.
Oh man.
I opened myself enough on YouTube Live with YouTube here, let alone having you texting or call me at midnight, get me in trouble. Who is that? Oh my god, it's dick butter.
It's
What?
dick butter. Oh my
Dick butter just
gosh.
won't leave me alone.
This
It's
damn
Bruce
dick
and the
butter.
Corey. What am I supposed to do? Not answer the phone. Oh, okay. So so those of you guys that are not familiar, and we'll get off here. Our Mount Rush Moment episodes is our top 4 picks of a certain category. And we've been doing that since when we first started the podcast, when we analyzed the CrossFit Games back in 2007, we would follow it up with a Rush Moment episode because we found that we would interject all of our favorite moments of those years. And these podcasts would be like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, so we're going to analyze the programming for an episode and then come back to our favorite moments, memories, and stories of those years. And we picked the top 4 because when me and Bill would broadcast together, we would always, afterwards, we'd have our 2 Stellas at dinner. And with the other groups, the other broadcasters and MCs, we would say, hey, what's your top 4? What's your Mount Rushmore moments of the weekend? And we'd pick 4 because there's 4 heads on Mount Rushmore. So we have a series called Mount Rush Moments that we haven't done in a while.
No, we haven't done it. We haven't done any of those.
When was the last time we did that? Should we do one for quarterfinals? It might get dark. These aren't even my favorite moments. These are just like terrible moments.
I don't
Mount Rush moments. Worst moments of 2020.
I don't know if we should do. I like the. I think we should pick some other topics rather than that, because I think honestly on those we've gotten into all the. We've already done our shit talking on the things that they've been and where they are and all that. And I think that like we had some definite connections to those. I think that we could do. I think the last one we did actually was
it the games?
Movements that should never be programmed, or it was one of those.
Oh, so I think the last Mount Rush moment we did was our favorite moments of the 2021 games. But I think before that it was when Matt Fraser retired.
Yeah.
Top 4 things we'd like to see retired.
Oh, the retired. Yeah, 4 minutes we should never see again. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had ring handstand push-ups in there. What did you have? What did you put in there? The rescue sled.
Oh shit! I don't remember what I had in that one. I have to think about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys had any ideas, like what's a cool topic, 4 movements we should never see again. So we did that. Well, we didn't do movements. Ooh. 4 movements we should never see in online competition.
That'd be easy.
That's too easy.
You're like, and our 15-minute show is over.
Yeah, not even that. What should it be? Pistols, kettlebell swings, and push-ups. Moving on.
And next.
We didn't even need a 4th. We just had 3. That's a good idea, Ryan. Keep them coming, folks. All right. So if you guys want to see our guesses, we will post them in the comments here once we get off. We'll also, for you guys that are following us on patreon.com, we'll send those to you guys as well. If you guys want to support us more than you already do, you guys can go to patreon.com and follow us at Get With The Programming. We will be posting the 10 workouts that we just came up with for here. We'll post a weekly workout, and come May, we will restart our Patron of the Week, where we select one of our followers in our membership and give a free full month of programming from Bill and I. So if you guys don't follow us there, please do. We got more stuff coming there. And until next time, when is it going to be? Thursday, the events come out. Are you doing it? By the way, I didn't even ask you. Are you going to do it?
I think I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see what they look like. And
I'm going to try. I hope I can do it without. If there's something weird in there, I may abstain.
Yeah.
Or just take my L in one event and do the best I can. Thank you for joining us, Devon. Corey and the Bruces, glad you guys showed up. Shuttle runs. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with shuttle runs. You just got to do them right. All right, team. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate you guys rolling with us. Bruce and the Coreys, Alyssa, Renata, Dick Butter, welcome to the party. And all you guys that are out there, Stefan, thank you guys so much for joining us. Bill, have a great rest of your week. And if you're going to do them, good luck, brother.
Yeah, you too, my friend.